Okay, one of the points that we face wanting to enter a relationship is interesting. We're just going to touch on it a little bit. We're going to chew on it, regurgitate in the future. You see, one of our biggest fears is to be exposed. To be exposed. For someone to see us for everything we are. Be it things we did or said, be it things that were done to us, be it people or situations we're associated with. All three elements are issues. And it scares us to be exposed. Why? Because we've been trained that when your flaws are exposed, you will be punished for it. It started from age of 0, and it just got worse with time. The moment you expose yourself, you're done. You show up at a job interview. Tell me something about yourself. Well, sometimes I get really mad and I smack people. Thank you for coming. You'll be escorted out, right? Hey, don't expose your flaws. That was the message. As women, you've been very, very well trained to hide the flaws. It's called makeup. Okay, right? That's what makeup does. Hides the flaws and puts the focus on the positive things. Okay? Hide the flaws. Don't show them. So we manage to build relationships. How? When everything is temporary and has boundaries. So you can be a great person at work. Why? Because if somebody digs a little too deep into you at work, what do you tell them? Ahem, none of your business. Right? Even your family members. Mom, I don't want to talk about this. Okay? Roommate, do I know you? Right? You can put boundaries for everyone. Even your children. You can have an excellent relationship with them. Why? I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to discuss that. You're the mother. You have that privilege. But there's one person you cannot put a stop to. There's one person that gets deep, you're fully exposed in front of, and there is nothing you can do about it. Who's that person?
Your spouse?
Your husband. Your spouse. And that scares us because it goes against everything we know, against all of our instincts. We're supposed to be very, very, very much hidden and perfect.
Flawless.
Flawless. Very well said. Completely flawless. So how can we then get married? And I believe that a lot of the fears that were mentioned during the previous workshop and the previous sessions were rotating around, what if he exposes our flaws? Which is why we need him to be perfect, because if he's perfect, he will either not expose our flaws, or if he does, he'll accept them, because he's perfect. So we need a perfect man. Why? Because we're not perfect. I'll give you guys a bit of a suggestion. You ready for the tip? You don't have to be perfect in order for you to be able to walk in completely bare and open into a relationship. All you have to do is accept the place you are in life. That's it. All you have to do is take out the shame factor. I don't like my flaws. I don't like the things that are wrong with me or in my life or the people who are associated with me to be publicized. Not because I'm ashamed, because it's not pleasant to be publicized. But I'm not ashamed of it because I accept it. Not perfect, and accept it. We learned that in order for us to change, we need to be very, very, very much ashamed of our flaws. I've got another suggestion. You ready? You've got another way to change. You know how? Strive for more. Want to be more. Instead of being ashamed, aspire high. Will you work on your flaws if you aspire high? Of course you will. But you don't need to be ashamed. So when I met my wife, I was completely on the table. I told her whatever I could think that would interest her, and I added to that, you can ask me anything. Not everything she asked me I was happy to share, because a person, again, is not comfortable. Is not proud of his wrongdoings or of his flaws. But there was no shame. If there is no shame, I'm an open book. If I'm an open book, she is welcome to come in. If she's welcome to come in, I don't need her to be perfect anymore.
The people are worried the other person might not accept.
That's perfectly fine. That's part of our filtering program. One who does not accept my flaws is one whom is not suitable for me anyway. That's also one of my criterias. When you go to a job interview, one should be as concerned in making the job place happy and satisfied with you as them satisfying your needs. Nachon? Good. I'm as concerned with her being happy with me as I am being happy with her. And if me, the way I am, with everything, with my friends, with my family, with the events that have gone through my life, with my behavior, is not something she would like, then I won't be able to make her happy. Why would I enter a relationship with her? Now, that's very different than saying, that's who I am, and that's how I'm going to remain, and you should accept me for the way I am. It's very different. I accept my flaws. I'm not ashamed of it, but I would like to work on it, and I would like to improve myself as a human being. We follow the idea? Okay? Which is why out of many, 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 many different flaws, it is near impossible to have a relationship with somebody who lies. Exactly for that point. Because somebody who lies is telling you there's an element in me, in my life, you're not privy to. You don't have the privilege of entering. And you can say that to people in your life. But you cannot say to one person only. Whom is that? Husband and wife. With one exception, we talked about it many, many times, our past romantic relationships. Not because you can't enter that place, it's because that place does not exist. I wipe it clean, it's gone. I don't know who these people even are. If I would see them on the street as I'm passing by, I won't stop to say hello, because I don't know who they are. That's the only exception. So when I'm happy, when I'm open, when I'm accepting who I am, not only can I, but I can't wait to enter people into me. People feel that openness, people feel that honesty, they're attracted to it immediately. And then our fears are gone. He doesn't have to be perfect anymore. He really doesn't. So,